Hi. It goes, hi, and welcome to TWF Impact. I'm Michael Cole, here with Ashley Williams and with the Jackal. And today on Impact, sadly, we got Seth Rollins and a UFC henchman. Well, you know those what they are, Ashley Williams said. They are his henchmen, and they've been going around doing all kinds of evil shit. Well, what Seth Rollins blames the followers, the TWF followers, he blames all of them, the Jackal says, for the way he behaves. He says they picked him to be the chosen one. They picked him to say this. They picked him to do all those things. The Jackal says, well, I'm telling you right now, Michael Cole said, if he truly believes that, then that's his belief. But the truth is, he didn't. The truth is, he picked to be bad. I never wanted any of this, Seth Rollins says. You know? But you folks made me be this way. You folks picked me to be this way. I never wanted to do that to Aladdin and Jasmine and Ashley Williams, or do it to Samoa Joe. But you folks made me. I didn't want to do it, you know. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Oh, Ashley Williams said, sure, you made your own pick. You made your own choices. That's right, Michael Cole said. And he's going to blame it on others. While the Jackal says, you got to say he's done everything he had to do. He's done everything to be a leader. And no one will follow him. So I guess it is their fault, the Jackal says. Well, guess what? Here comes Steven and Nees, and you know what I gotta do. Well, here comes Samoa Joe. And here is Kevin Owens. I can see you don't got Belasco with you today. Oh, well, don't fear about that one. Well, you know what Samoa Joe says? We're going to have ourselves, you know what? We got someone who's going to help us take you down, Samoa Joe said. Yeah, it's true. Me and Samoa Joe don't get along. We've done a lot of bad shit to a lot of folks over the years. But the foe of my foe is my friend. So the way I see it, Kevin Owens said, we're going to take every one of you out. Oh, Velasquez says, don't fear about me. I'm not going to be wrestling. No, that's right, Samoa Joe said. We got someone who's going to take all you folks out here on Impact, and we're going to do it. Well, who is that going to be, Seth Rollins says. Who did you get to fight me? Well, Michael Cole says, I guess we'll seek out who's going to be that one. I guess we're going to seek out the one. I guess we're going to have to seek out the one who is going to be fighting Seth Rollins and his UFC henchmen, Belief and Sinner. Well, whoever it is, Ashley Williams says, has to be as bold and fearless as Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe is, Ashley Williams says. Well, you're right about that, the Jackal said, but who would be bold, and who would be fearless to join up with Samoa Joe and Kevin Owens and take on Seth Rollins? I understand Gorilla Monsoon's going to be that one. Yes, I'm here with Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe, and they say they got someone who's going to help them take down Seth Rollins and his UFC henchmen of Sinner and Belief. Kevin Owens? Yeah. You know, I've done a lot of bad shit to a lot of folks over the years, Gorilla Monsoon. And I'm telling you that me and Samoa Joe are only together because we got the same foe. See, the foe of my foe is my friend. And the way that I see it is that whoever's going to team up with us, well, we're going to take down Seth Rollins. Ain't going to like it. Not going to like it. Samoa Joe? That's right. Me and Kevin Owens, we're not good folk. We do a lot of wrong. But sometimes you come across, you meet someone who's done a lot more worse than you did. But this case is, me and him got the same foe. So this case, the foe of my foe is my friend. And we got someone who Seth Rollins and his UFC friends, or whatever he wants to call them, ain't not going to be ready for. Well, can you tell us who that's going to... Well, would that be you by any seek? No, that would not be me, Gorilla Monsoon. But I assure you, Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe do have someone who will face Seth Rollins in Sinner and Belief. Alright, I guess I can't get any more out of Kevin Owens, Samoa Joe, and Belasca. Back to you, Michael Cole. Thank you, Gorilla Monsoon. Apparently now it's time for our fight here on Impact. So I guess they don't have any friends, then the Jackal says. This friend they keep talking about, let's tell the truth, they're going in by themselves. It's only going to be the two of them, the Jackal says, fighting the three of them. Well, how do you even know that? Ashley Williams says. Like, how do you know? Because you can't trust. You can't, Ashley Williams said. How do you know Samoa Joe and Kevin Owens aren't going to be going in with someone else? Well, you can't Ashley Williams said, you can't trust and you can't believe Samoa Joe or Kevin Owens. The Jackal said, well, Michael Cole said, we'll have to seek out who it's going to be. And here comes Samoa Joe and Kevin Owens, and guess who they got? Godzilla to be with them. We haven't seen Godzilla in some time. But Godzilla's the one who is meet up with Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe here. And this ain't going to be good. And it looks like that Godzilla's going to start it off here with the two UFC henchmen. Well, there goes down Belief. And Belief right now, it just got thrown right on top of Sinner. And now Sinner going down too. And Godzilla right now doing a stunner on Sinner. And then a stunner on Belief. And Sinner and Belief are both down right now. And Godzilla just team bringed in Kevin Owens, who now has to get out Sinner since now Belief since Sinner is the Cannonball and a stunner on Belief. I think that's Sinner, Michael Cole said. Yes, that is Sinner, Michael Cole said. My mistake. Well, Ashley Williams says, now this is Belief coming in now. And Belief right now just took down Kevin Owens. And now Kevin Owens just brings in Samoa Joe right now, who just took down Belief. Well, the Jackal said Belief has to tag in Sinner or Seth Rollins here. But I guess they're doing whatever they got to do to keep their leader well. And now Seth Rollins is in the ring now. And Samoa Joe, just brought back in Godzilla now. And that's it. Seth Rollins out of the ring now. Godzilla is Godzilla going to stunner both of them? Yeah, he does. Godzilla just double stunnered Sinner and Belief here. And that means that ding ding ding. Seth Rollins just hit Godzilla with that chair. And now Sinner, I believe that's Belief. Ashley Williams said Belief and Kevin Owens fighting it out here. And Sinner and Samoa Joe fighting it out here, Ashley Williams said. Yes, Michael Cole said. We got Sinner and Belief fighting out with Samoa Joe and Kevin Owens. Well, look out, the Jackal said. Seth Rollins tried to curve stomp Godzilla, but that didn't work out. Godzilla stunner. And now for once, Sinner and Belief getting Seth Rollins out of there. And both leaving the ring. Well, that, Michael Cole said, So Godzilla and Samoa Joe and Kevin Owens have won this fight here on Impact. Yes, they did, Ashley Williams said, and good for them for winning this fight here. What do you mean, good for them, the Jackal says? You know, well, they beat Seth Rollins and Sinner and Belief, Michael Cole said, so that would be good for them here. Yes, it was, Ashley Williams said. It would have been a good fight until Seth Rollins hit Godzilla in the back with a chair, with a seat. Well, the Jackal said he had to do that, though. Let's get the word. Here are your winners of the Fight Throwout. The team of Kevin Owens, Samoa Joe, and Godzilla. So Godzilla, Kevin Owens, and Samoa Joe beat Seth Rollins, Sinner, and Belief here on Impact, Michael Cole says. I know Ashley Williams said it might not be their true names, but that's what it says on them, so that's what we're calling them. That's right, the Jackal says. More good than calling them UFC fighters. Well, and I do want to say that this has been a one good following of Impact. I understand that Gorilla Monsoon is now going to talk with Godzilla now after his fight. Godzilla, what made you want to come back and team... Godzilla, what made you want to come back and team up with Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe? Well, it's like this. Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe needed someone who could help them beat Seth Rollins, someone that could stand up to Seth Rollins, and that's why I picked that I would be that man, or at least if I am a man. Anyway, I picked that, and that's why I teamed up with Samoa Joe and Kevin Owens, because I knew that I could beat Seth Rollins and his UFC henchman, Sinner and Belief. Oh, they hit me in the back with a seat. Okay, that's good, but at the end of the day, who got stunnered? Who was the team that won? It was us, Kevin Owens, Samoa Joe, and me. I'm the one that won. Yes, you're right about that, Godzilla. He did win that fight. You know, you did win that fight, though. But do you think this is the end of it? No, I don't think Seth Rollins is done. And I think between Kevin Owens, Kevin Owens, Samoa Joe, Aladdin, Jasmine, myself, and even Ashley Williams, I think this thing is long from over. Because Seth Rollins want to keep on going curve stomping, folks. We're going to keep on standing up to him. Alright, now with my talk with Godzilla, back to you, Michael Cole. Thank you, Gorilla Monsoon, Michael Cole says. Is happy to know that Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe and Godzilla won this fight here on Impact, beating out Seth Rollins, Sinner, and Belief, Michael Cole says. Yeah, it is good, Ashley Williams says. And it's good to see that happen, you know. Good to see them win this fight here. Well, I'm telling you right now, the Jackal says, if you think this is going to be the end, if you think this is the end and Seth Rollins isn't going to get even with Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe and Godzilla and Jasmine and Aladdin and you, Ashley Williams. Well, okay, first off, Ashley Williams said, him getting even with me, I'm one of the bosses. If he wants to get even with me, it's going to work for me. He's going to lose his job if he wants to get even with me. But as far as what he did to everybody else, he's got a long list of foes he's making. So Seth Rollins really should have more than just 2 UFC fighters watching his back. That's what I think, Ashley Williams says. Well, you're right about that, Ashley Williams, Michael Cole says. Seth Rollins has become a jerk now, and he is making many foes with many wrestlers here in the TWF. You got that right, the Jackal says, and that's a good way he behaves. Sooner or later, he'll be either the heavyweight winner or the world heavyweight winner again. Well, that's all the time we got here for TWF Impact. I'm Michael Cole for Ashley Williams and the Jackal. We hope you liked Impact, and we'll see you tomorrow for NXT and Dynamite.